Welcome to Jank Play TCG. I'm Landon, and here we play Jank. Today I'm going to continue playing with Fossil Jank. Yesterday we had a real rough match. Our opponent chose to go second, which is very uncommon in the Pokemon TCG. Going first is generally the best move possible, but they chose to go second, forcing us to go first, which was not a good position to be in with Omastar. Omastar really relies on using its attack as fast as possible. So we want to go second, so we get the first attack out and start cheating out our stage 1s. So we'll see here what our opponent decides to do. Your opponent will go first. Okay, so we are already to a better start than we were in the previous game. So clearly we are getting one mulligan here, which is too bad. I mean, anytime you mulligan is not great, but it's going to happen with this. Okay, so it says we only mulliganed once. We've got Arctozolt here. Let's see. Oof, if we could get a an energy, that would be fantastic. We also could use a Marnie. A Marnie would be very handy. So we've got our top deck and our Trekking Shoes to try to draw into cards that maybe we can use. So we've got a Sobble in the active on the other side. They could use their Keep Calling if they decided to go second, but they went first, helping us out and delaying them a little bit. They have no other basics, so really hoping that Trekking Shoes can get us into an energy. No, we will not be taking that. We really need an energy. Okay, we got Marnie, which isn't terrible. We've got Arctozolt and Cranidos in hand, so they'll be on the bottom of the deck when we use Omastar V's attack. We are giving our opponent a new hand, but I don't think that's too bad. Oh boy, no energy there. Alright, Trekking Shoes, come on. Close. No, we don't want that, so no, I don't want it in the hand. Energy. Dang! We miss our turn 1 again. So before, in our previous match, we missed our turn 1 because we can't attack turn 1. This time we miss it because we just could not find energy. Our opponent gets another Sobble down. An Evolution Incense comes down. They'll be able to evolve Sobble into a Drizzile, giving them the ability to search for any trainer card, most likely a supporter to draw into a bigger hand, like a Professor's Research. And then they'll have the one energy on the Sobble so they can retreat into possibly a bigger basic that they found. We're going to have to Marnie them again. They go straight for the Inteleon. Do they have the rare candy? Do they not have the rare candy? That would be huge. They discard the Inteleon to search for a basic Ice Rider Calyrex V. Now this matchup isn't exactly the greatest, mostly because we aren't hitting for weakness here. Depending on how they play this deck, though, Arctozolt might become a very, very important card here. Now, next turn, we're going to have to get one Arctozolt, one Cranidos, rather than going for the two Arctozolts, because Ice Rider Calyrex does have the ability to KO Omastar in one attack. 2 energy on the VMAX will let them do 200 and something damage, getting the KO on Omastar. They use Keep Calling and get out the rest of their Sobbles, which is interesting if they didn't have a Drizzile in the deck. It's interesting that they went this route. Okay, so we have an unidentified fossil. That's going to help us catch up a little bit on our evolutions, but we're mainly going to focus here on the Omastar, trying to get out our stage 1s. So we're going to grab Arctozolt and Cranidos here. Alright. So the deck is now shuffled. The Arctozolt and Cranidos we put at the bottom of the deck is now somewhere in the deck. We don't know where. That's really going to change some things, because we can't really guarantee that position. So if we Marnie next turn and we draw into 2 or more Cranidos, we might run into an issue. We could evolve one with the unidentified fossil. If we draw into our Arctozolt, we won't be able to get a second Arctozolt out. So it's really going to be hit and miss here. And we're not going to go for the Earthen Steel Stone attack with Omastar V. They don't have enough Vs out to really take advantage of that. Okay, so they did have a Drizzile in deck. They just decided not to grab it last turn, which I found interesting. They're probably going to search for like a Evolution Incense, get the VMAX out, retreat into the VMAX, and KO Omastar right now, which was my big concern here. So trying to come back at this Ice Rider VMAX is going to be difficult. Yeah, so that's 250 damage that they're able to do. Now, I've got to put up the Unidentified Fossil and let them take it. And then the next turn... Eek. Oh man, no matter what, this is not great. I can't get more evolutions out. Instead, what if I put Arctozolt out? I think that's the play. I think Arctozolt's the right choice. We can't attack with Arctozolt, and these damage pings, while good, are not going to be what wins it for us. We need to get attacking with Rampardos. So let's go ahead and Marnie. We're taking away their big hand, so it is possible that they run into a situation where... Ooh, Gutsy Pickaxe. Okay. We got Judge and... Judge. Wow. What a hand. 3 Judge and an Ultra Ball. Alright, end turn. So maybe they're not going to be able to accelerate energy onto the field quite as quickly. Really all they need is a Shady Dealings Inteleon or one of their Shady Dealings Drizzile to search out a Melanie to accelerate one energy, then attach another energy from hand, and have Ice Rider Calyrex start taking KOs immediately again. Now, if they don't have that card combination, maybe we Marnied them... Nope, we Marnied them directly into Melanie. So, do they have an energy in hand? That's all that they need right now. Evolution Incense comes down. They might play Energy Search in the deck, or Capacious Bucket. Capacious Bucket is usually the play in water decks. So, they can grab 2 water energy, they can attach 1, get the KO on Arctozolt, probably using the Ride of the High King. 30 for each of our opponent's bench, so that would be 60, 70. So they can't do that. They do have to discard 1 energy at the very least, but the Capacious Bucket would get them, you know. Evolution Incense. They're going for another Drizzile. Are they just chaining Drizziles? So this is something that I used to do. I think a lot of people did this. Back when Shady Dealings first got popular, you chain on your Drizziles because you're thinning your deck. Don't do that. Now, I don't know exactly if that's what they're doing or if they're doing something else. Don't chain Drizziles like this because you want the Drizziles in the deck to find cards later on. You'll draw into the Drizzile and you'll find cards. Chaining your Drizziles is just costing you resources right now, honestly. It's one of the few strategies that you actually don't need to thin your deck for. You'll hear it all over the place. Thinning is winning. And yeah, they grab a level ball, they're able to search out another Drizzile if they have it, and they're just chaining Drizziles. Oh, nope, they searched out a Bidoof. Bidoof, that's going to be their draw engine. Now, the big issue I'm seeing here with their board state is the fact that they do not have another attacker. Ooh, they are retreating. That's interesting. They retreat into Sobble. Okay. All 4 Judge in the hand? Wow. Okay, so we're going to play Judge and see what we get. What a hand. What is this? We went from 4 Judge in the hand to 3 Rampardos and a Cranidos in hand. That's ridiculous. What the heck is happening? Hopefully the Judge didn't benefit our opponent as much. Now, my best guess as to why they went Bidoof is that they had a Barrel in hand and they could start using that to draw cards. A Melanie comes out, makes sense. They draw 3. Now they can attach one to the Sobble and then use that to retreat. They can start using Inteleon to put pings down on Rampardos. I don't think that's that big of a deal, though. Ice Rider is going to get KOs basically no matter what. I guess now they only need like 1 energy to discard to get the KO. But even then, Arctozolt would have gotten KO'd by just discarding 1 card. So the damage ping on Arctozolt isn't making a lot of sense to me. Yeah, so energy down on Sobble. Sobble's going to retreat into Ice Rider. Ice Rider's going to attack, discarding 1 energy, because that's all they need to do. They don't need to do a big attack here. They just need enough to knock out Arctozolt. Now, what I'm hoping that we can do is find an energy, attach it to this Rampardos, hit big, and then the following turn find another energy and hit small. And I think 240 plus 60, 300, they've already got 20. That would be the exact amount we need to get a KO here. So they've got 60 HP remaining. Now we can either hope that they can't find another energy, which I highly doubt, or we can hope to find another energy on our turn. So Melanie onto the Ice Rider. Path to the Peak comes out, which doesn't really affect either side here. Quick Ball. Quick Balling away the Marnie. They get an Ice Rider in hand, but that's not gonna matter too much. They should really ping the bench. Yes, they ping the bench. Now they do have to discard... Actually, they should have pinged the active, because then they could have discarded 1, although I would have gotten the KO, but then they could have pinged the active and gotten the KO. So now they have to discard both energies. And they've already used, what, 3 Melanie? 1, 2, 3... They've already discarded 3 Melanie. So it's going to be more difficult keeping Ice Rider going. Now, they really only need 2 more KOs, 1 more really, because I don't have an Unidentified Fossil. And I missed the energy. Where are all my supporters? 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have 4 left. Ouch. Sad face. So, let's see. Maybe we get another turn. They can't play down the Ice Rider unless they play Scoop Up Net. They can't play down the Ice Rider that's in their hand, which is interesting. So they grab another Drizzle, they can play down on the Sobble, and grab another Melanie, and they could possibly... Ooh, they go Irida. Now, Irida will get the Mawar Pokemon an item card, but that means they are not attacking with the VMAX right now. If I was them, I would highly recommend retreating the VMAX onto the bench, sacrificing a Drizzle, sacrificing... Yeah, a Drizzle. There's really nothing else to sacrifice there. And then next turn, come back with Ice Rider and gain the KO, because they can't get the KO this turn. You know, they just got Raihan in their hand, which could get them an energy from the discard if I take a knockout. Right now, I'm actually not knocking out anything except the Barrel. So... yeah, I can't get a knockout on this. I've only got the 1 energy on Rampardos. Well, I will have the 1 energy on Rampardos, hopefully. If I don't, it's going to be another loss. Gutsy Pickaxe, which I can't play because I don't have a Pokemon on the bench. Oof. Big oof. So that is preventing them from playing the Raihan, which is pretty funny. Tool Scrapper comes out. I don't have any tools. Inteleon's going to get this KO in how long? Let's see, so that's 7 turns. So they sadly won't deck out before that happens. Oh boy. We are just in the sit and wait group right now. We've got nothing going on. They don't have any energy on the field either, which is interesting. But we don't play a boss, So, I mean, it doesn't make sense to knock out Drizzile until I have something else on the bench. Marnie comes down. Please, please give us something to play with. It does take away their Raihan, which opens us up a little bit more, possibly. But they do have the 1 energy on Ice Rider, which is concerning here. So we can play down the fighting energy, and we can do our 60 damage attack. But depending on how their next turn goes, we may not be attacking anymore. Now, I do think the deck plays Switch. So this Drizzile's not going to be stuck in the active for very long. This turn they could attach to the Ice Rider. Next turn they could attach to the Drizzile and retreat into the Ice Rider and then grab the KO. Yep, there we go. So Ice Rider is fully prepared. We get Marnied again. Maybe we find our second unidentified fossil. We do actually find it. We've got 1 Cranidos there. We do have Ordinary Rod, so we're able to play down the unidentified fossil, play the fighting energy on it, play the Ordinary Rod. Now the question is, do we take the KO or not? Because we will not be able to get a Rampardos down fast enough. We can hope that they don't have an energy for the retreat next turn. I mean, unless they have the switch this turn. Okay. They don't have the switch this turn, so do they have the energy? We're going to play down Unidentified Fossil. We're going to attach an energy to it. We're going to play down the Ordinary Rod. Take both those back and both those back. Trying to increase our chances of finding what we need. And we need quite a bit. Because we do not need that. Would you like to put this in your hand? No. Evolution Incense. We just played down the Unidentified Fossil, so we're not going to be able to do anything. Oh, I'm going to skip my turn. Yes. I'm skipping the turn because if they don't have a way to get Drizzile out of the active, we bought ourselves one more turn. I mean, they need an energy or a switch or something like that. They've got 6 cards in hand, so they can't really barrel without removing resources. They've got 9 cards in deck. Highly unlikely that they have the energy. They can retreat, go into the Rampardos. We will not have... I don't know why they Melanied. It wasn't that big of a deal. But they did. Ice Rider is just set right now. There's really not much we can do. What can Cranidos do for 2... fighting energy? I think it's on a coin flip, and it might be able to get the KO. Might be. Oh, they did play a switch on the Drizzile. So that Drizzile is now going to be a little dangerous. So yeah, they get the KO by discarding 1 water energy. Come on, come on. They are down to 1 prize remaining. We did not get another energy, and we didn't get a way to find the other energy. So all we can do is ram them. Yeah, Stone Edge, on a coin flip, we would have gotten the KO. If we hit heads, we would have gotten the KO. And then that would have put us in an interesting situation. But sadly, we missed out on just about everything. Missing out that energy turn 2, technically, our first turn, really set us back pretty far. Congrats to my opponent for getting a well-deserved KO. I think they overbenched, but what am I to say? I lost. Either way, we're having fun with this fossil deck, and you know what? The Hisuian Heavy Ball. I've been talking about that for a while now. What to get rid of. Or what to trade it out for, and I didn't know. Whoa. Huh. And I didn't know what to select. I think I finally figured it out. Uh-oh. Alright, well, the game is in a weird state right now. I can't get to my deck, so next time, next video, first thing I'll do is trade that out. I'll just record the video right now, I think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these janky lists that I'm coming up with. They're a lot of fun. The power is not top tier, obviously. I wouldn't even call it A tier, maybe even not B tier. But it's definitely a fun deck. I would suggest taking these to your locals and playing around with them there. Just have fun with your friends. That's what Pokemon's really all about. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep playing Jank.